Hey guys, it's Eden Freed here. Welcome to the workshop. I'm so excited that you are here with us. I'm just going to refresh the screen here and make sure all the technology is working. Yay, I think it's working. Okay, cool. Let me go to the chat, let you guys all know we're getting started. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say if you guys are here to learn how to earn your first $500 from a really tiny audience, you are in the right place, and I am so excited to be here with you guys today. A quick story for you guys. 30 minutes ago, it was more like 40 minutes ago, I was getting all set up and getting my webinar technology ready to go, logged into YouTube. I use the YouTube Google Hangouts connection, and I knew that they were phasing out Google Hangouts, but they let me schedule an event today with Google Hangouts, and I logged in and realized Google Hangouts is deactivated. So in the past 40 minutes, I had to figure out what I was going to use to make sure that I could still show up on time today and share my screen with you guys and teach this workshop. And so that's why I look a little bit disheveled, because I didn't have time to pull myself together, but I'm here, I'm pumped. If anything, this made me more excited because I got the technology to work, and I'm so excited that you guys are here. So if you can hear me and you can see me, head to the chat box and let me know that you are ready. Go write the word ready so that I know that you can hear me and you can see me, so that I have a good thumbs up that the technology is not only working on my end, but it's working on your end as well. And while you're doing that, if you haven't already said hi in the chat and you haven't already told me who you are and where you're tuning in from, I would love to know that about you, and I want to welcome you personally. Okay, Jessica says ready. Okay, I'm so excited. Honestly, you guys, if you ever had a tech issue like that and you don't even have time to freak out, the only thing you can do is just problem solve, that's what I was doing. And I was thinking okay, I might have to postpone the webinar to tomorrow, but no, I was like, I gotta make it work. I'm so excited. We have hundreds of people signed up, so I'm so glad that I was able to make it work. Okay, we got so many people in the chat saying ready. Dawn, you're from Arizona. I'm so excited that you're here. Corey from Albany. Amazing. You guys, thank you so much for being here today. I know that your time is precious, and because of that, I'm actually going to dive in and get started, because I'm not going to take advantage of the fact that the technology is working. Yay! All right. So on the screen right now, you should see a slide that says how to earn your first $500 online from a tiny audience. That is the focus of today's workshop. I know the pain of feeling like you're never going to make money online because you don't have a huge audience. And because of that, because I've been there and I felt that frustration before, I wanted to create a 1-hour workshop experience for you that will be interactive, that you'll be able to then walk away from this workshop knowing exactly the strategy that you need to implement in order to make your first few $100s online, even though you have a tiny audience. And you'll then have that recipe for success so that you can turn that $500 into $1,000, into $2,000, and eventually make that a systematic source of revenue for you so that you can be successful long term, okay? Now, I'm really stoked for this. If you haven't gone to the chat and let me know who you are and where you're from, please do that. But if you have already, please go ahead and write "that's me" if you've ever felt any of these things before, or you've experienced any of these things before. If you've ever felt "I'm not happy in my day job," go to the chat and write "that's me." Or if you've ever felt that you want to be able to contribute financially to your family while doing something that you love, write "that's me" in the chat. And if you've ever thought to yourself, I want to be able to spend more time with my friends and family, go to the chat and write "that's me." Because you know what, guys? I can relate to all of that. If you're not familiar with me and my story, I'll give you a little bit of background just so that you can know who's talking at you for the next hour. So this picture is actually me in May of 2016. I was a mess. I was completely depressed. I was working a 9-to-5 job that I just didn't like it. Hate is a really strong word, but I will say that I hated Sunday nights to the point at which they actually made me physically ill. Have you guys ever felt that? Like Sunday night, it's like the Smonday where Sunday turns into Monday, and you're just like, oh my God, I have to wake up tomorrow. I have to go to work. It just makes you feel sick because you're not doing what you love. And when I was at work, I was constantly watching the clock tick until it struck 5:30 p.m. every single day. I only got 2 weeks of vacation per year, which is honestly a generous vacation package for a lot of businesses out there. However, it's only 2 weeks out of a 52-week calendar year, and that is really, really limiting. I was absolutely miserable, and I see a ton of people in the chat saying, that's me. All of the above, that's me. And you guys, if you're feeling that way, please know that you are not alone. Now, me in May of 2016 thought to myself, I should be able to make money without having to work for someone else, right? Like, we're not in an ideal world. Like, we're living with all kinds of problems around us, but one thing should be simple. You should be able to make money without having to sell your soul working for somebody else, or even being a slave to your own business. Like, let's say you're a freelancer, you got thousands of clients. I mean, thousands, that's a huge exaggeration, but you got lots of clients. Each of those clients is a boss. You're basically working for that other person. There should be a way for you to make money without having to work for someone else and sell your soul. Fast forward 2 years, these are some pictures of what I was doing. In May of 2018, 2 years later, I was traveling for about a month in Costa Rica, and I was totally self-employed, totally making money on autopilot. These are just some glimpses of things I did. Got caught in the rain on my bike. I was biking around a volcano. I went ziplining, which you guys, if you've never done that, I was scared out of my mind. Highly recommend that rush of energy. I was like 500 feet in the air, ziplining in Costa Rica, with a beautiful view of the volcano. It was amazing. Visited tons and tons of beaches. I was as free as I ever could be. Now, how did I get from A to B? How did I get from completely depressed and miserable in a 9-to-5 job that I hated to B, where I was like ziplining in Costa Rica and vacationing for an entire month? I will come out and say, the journey isn't easy. Like, I am not going to speak to you for an hour and try to sell you this idea that making money online is easy, because it's definitely not. Like, it doesn't come without its challenges. First of all, there are lots of different ways that you can try to make money online. And second of all, a lot of those ways that you can try to make money online are really difficult, very challenging, and they're going to take years and years to set up. For example, let's say you want to be a really successful affiliate marketer. That's great. Affiliate marketing is an amazing strategy, but it's going to take you a long time. And for me, I tried and dabbled with affiliate marketing, and I realized it wasn't going to give me the income I needed right now to be able to quit that job and have enough money to pay my bills and be free. I messed around with advertisements. I'm sure lots of you guys messed around with advertisements as well, or maybe you're still trying to make money off of advertisements. But let's be honest, in order to be successful with advertisements on your website, you've got to have thousands and thousands of page views. And that's not something that you're going to be able to get up and running and really ramp that up to be a lucrative source of income anytime soon. Same thing with sponsors. You guys, sponsors are great, but here's the thing. They don't want to work with you unless you have a big audience. What's their incentive, right? They're not going to give you money unless you have thousands of people who are looking at you and watching you and following you on your blog or on social media. I tried to become a freelancer queen until I realized, like I mentioned earlier, every client you have is like another boss, and the more clients you have, the more bosses you have. So in a sense, it's actually less freedom than if you were to have one boss working, in a traditional job. So I tried all those things, and then I realized there was one thing I hadn't tried yet, so I gave it a whirl, and what do you know? It worked. And it kept on working, it worked some more, and that is what we are going to talk about today. How to earn your first $500 from a tiny audience. This workshop's got 3 parts to it. Part 1, I'm going to share my story and my process. Part 2, I'm going to share other people's stories, because I think it's really important for you guys to see how other people are implementing the same strategy in their own unique businesses, in their own unique niches. And then part 3, we're going to talk about a strategy that you can plug and play in your business starting right now to make sales. So if you guys don't have a pen and paper near you, I highly recommend that you grab one. So in return, I ask that you stay focused, turn off your phone, close the door to your office, get off of Facebook and Instagram. It's just, get away from those distractions just for the duration of this workshop. It's going to help you focus more. Also engage and be present. Participate. The chat box is an amazing place for you guys to engage with the material, engage with me, but also meet other people. I can't tell you how many times I've had people tell me that they met friends on the chat box in one of my workshops, like people that they've networked with after the workshop that they met through one of my webinars. If you guys are interested, I do have a workbook download for you if you are somebody who's going to learn well with that. It's a quick download. You can just scroll down the page and you'll be able to immediately access it. If you have a printer handy, feel free to print it, or you can fill it out right on your computer screen. Now, I would like you guys to vote. I'm going to be giving out an Action Takers bonus at the end of this workshop. So A is a personalized video sales page review. If you want me to send you a video sales page review, then put A into the chat box. If you want B, put B into the chat box. B is a personalized video launch plan review and plan. So you would say, okay, plan to launch on the 15th of December, and here's what my launch calendar looks like, and here's what my general plan is. I would record a video for you and give you my feedback and kind of critique what you're doing and give you suggestions for ways to improve, okay? So if you want A, put A in the chat box. If you want B, put B in the chat box. This is going to be an Action Takers bonus, okay? So go ahead and vote on that in the chat. Now, I'm going to move right on because I want to make sure we have lots of time to cover all of the 3 parts of the workshop. If you guys have any questions at any time, please feel free to ask me those in the chat. I'm going to make sure to address those at the end. We're going to have a question and answer session at the end, okay? So part 1, let's talk about my story. So people think, and I'm sure there are some of you guys who think this, people think you need a ton of page views, a ton of email subscribers, and tons of social media followers in order to be successful. Oh, this is so frustrating to me because it 100% is not true. Because digital products break the rules. The rules are different with digital products, okay? Now, here's a little glimpse of me back in 2017. In late March, early April of 2017, I launched my very first digital product. I had 390 subscribers. You can see on the screen there a little glimpse of my ConvertKit account. 390 subscribers, less than 400 people, and I launched an e-course to them, and I made about $500, you guys. Now, maybe that doesn't seem like a lot of money, but that 500 turns into 1,000, which turns into 1,500, and that turns into 2,000, and it just snowballs from there. Okay, it's very, very, very powerful. And if you don't believe how powerful it is, here is a glimpse of what I made. Okay, so again, here's March 17, April 17, and then in May, June, July, you can see that I slowly incrementally increased. It did stay the same for a little bit, and then in July, it doubled. Okay, and notice how many subscribers I had. In May of 2017, I still didn't have a lot of subscribers. I still had less than 1,000. In June, I just had slightly over 1,000. And then in July, I still didn't have that many. I had less than 2,000 subscribers and I made $1,000. So hopefully this shows you the power of one digital product. It doesn't need to be huge. I know I say the word course and people freak out and they think, I don't want to make a course. You guys, my course was very, very tiny. It was a super tiny course. I made it in less than a week. It was very, very condensed. I shouldn't even really use the word course to describe it, although there is no other way to describe it, but so that's what it is, for lack of better phrasing. Now, here's where most people go wrong. I want you guys to pay really close attention here and make sure not to do this. Stop sign on the top left here, so you do not do this. Okay, this is where people go wrong. They say to themselves, I want to make money. What can I create to make money? Okay, maybe I'll make this to make money. And then they make it and they launch it and then they realize, crap, no one wants what I actually made. This is bad. This is frustrating. And I'm sure those of you guys who haven't created digital products yet are wondering, you probably have that fear of, I want to make money, I'm going to make this, but what happens if no one buys it? Well, yeah, that's a legitimate fear. I can totally understand why you would be worried about that. But if you do the right strategy, you'll never have that problem. So what is the right strategy? It's right here. Pay close attention. Screenshot this slide. Write it down. This is what you want to do. You need to start and end with your customer. I'm going to repeat that because it's important. Start and end with your customer. You first need to identify who your customer is. Like, where do they live and how old are they? You know, the basic demographics and psychographics of who your target customer is. You then need to identify what their problem or pain point is. And only once you've figured out what they're struggling with, will you ask yourself, how can I help to solve that problem? What solution can I create to help chip away at that problem? And then, only then, once you've done that, you turn that solution into a product, okay? Only when you've done steps 1, 2, and 3. If you guys do it this way, you will be sure that you're creating a problem that's you're creating a product that's solving a real problem that your target customer is experiencing. Okay, so if you do that, you're safe. Okay, you'll never end up in the situation of wondering why crap no one's buying my product. All right, so let's actually work through this. Let's figure out how to start from the very beginning with your end customer. So for me, my end customer, I figured out who it was, who my target customer was, because people were reaching out to me. So I had lots of women between 25 to 35 years old. They were mostly moms with really, really young kids, 1 or 2 kids under the age of 5, and a lot of their kids were babies. And they were all in the beginning stages of building a business online, and they were struggling to grow traffic to their site, okay? So that's who my target customer was. I want you to ask yourself who your target customer is, and please feel free to use the chat and let me know who your target customer is. Be specific. If you don't know who your target customer is, ask yourself, who do you like spending time with? Because it's important that you actually like who your customer is. If you're working for somebody else, you don't really get to choose your boss and you don't really get to choose your clients. When you're your own business owner, you get to choose who your customers are. You should like them. If you're going to spend all your time creating products for them and supporting them, helping them, you better make sure that you like those people, right? Because you want to make sure that you want to show up to work every day. The next thing is, what does your customer struggle with? Now, my target customer was really struggling, like I mentioned earlier, with getting traffic. And that was causing her to feel frustrated because I'm sure you guys can relate to this. She spent all of her time on her site making blogs and, trying to build up that traffic, and nobody was actually seeing her work. So it's frustrating because she put all this time in and she wasn't getting anything out of it. And it also seemed like everybody else was getting traffic except her. So ultimately that all resulted with her feeling like a complete failure. So I want you, once you figure out who your target customer is ask yourself, what are they struggling with? And beyond that, how does it make them feel? Whatever problem they're experiencing, what does that cause them to feel? My target customer was struggling with traffic, caused her to feel frustrated and like a failure. And those are very powerful emotions and very uncomfortable emotions. Your problem and pain point needs to be uncomfortable enough so that your target customer will want to actually solve the problem. The next thing you do is ask yourself, how can I solve that problem or pain point? Now, my target customer was struggling with traffic, right? So the question is, how can you get more traffic to your site? Well, you could try Pinterest. Pinterest is just one way to improve traffic. It's not an all-encompassing solution. I don't have to cover SEO. I don't have to cover Facebook strategy, Instagram strategy. It's just one way to improve traffic. But it's a legitimate method and it's very, very effective. So ask yourself, what solution can you provide to your target customer to help them start to solve the problem? It doesn't need to be a huge all-encompassing answer. It just needs to be a start. Now, if you're struggling to identify a solution, try this tip. I want you to imagine that you and your target customer are sitting at a coffee shop sipping coffee. You're listening to your target customer explain whatever their problem is to you. And then at the end, after they ramble on about all of their problems and the specific problem, they say, well, what would you do? Your answer would be, well, first I'd blank. Think about that. You would say, first I'd blank. Whatever the first thing is that rolls off your tongue, turn that into a product. Again, it's probably not something massive, right? Like when my target customer asked me, how do I get more traffic? I didn't say, well, you do this and this and this and this and this and all these different platforms. I said, well, first I'd focus on my Pinterest account, right? Like that's a quick win. So your product can be a simple, quick win as well. It doesn't need to be a massive thing. Now, the next thing you do is you turn that solution to the problem into the product that you sell. It can be a course, sure, but it can also be a checklist. It could be a workshop. It could be a series of printables. It can be an ebook, an online workshop, a membership site. It could be anything. Then you make it, you market it, and you make sales, okay? Now, what I want you guys to do is to pick a format for your product that is easy for you and will appeal to your customers. So if making an online course scares the crap out of you and you don't want to record video, well, don't make an online course then. Do something that's going to be easy for you to do, okay? If you love writing, write an ebook. If you like designing, make graphic templates. Figure out a format for your product that's going to be easy for you to create so that you can successfully deliver it to your target customer. Now, you don't have to have all the solutions. Like I said earlier, you just have to have a good one. And my solution to my target customer's problem with traffic was helping them develop a Pinterest strategy that was going to get them that quick win, getting more traffic over to their site. So I sold that in the form of Pinterest Unpuzzled, which was a very, very teeny tiny course, and it gave people really amazing results. And you guys, I didn't sell this course for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I sold it at first for $19, and I started to increase the price as it got bigger and better with time. So I think the most I ever sold it for separately was like $49 or so, okay? Okay, creating and selling becomes easy when you follow this method. When you start with identifying the customer, figuring out the problem and pain point, identifying the solution to that problem, and then turning that solution into a product. If you do it this way, you are golden. Because I want you to remember this thing. It is very, very important to remember this. It's not about you. None of this is about you, right? Yes, you want to create a business and enjoy that freedom and flexibility so you can live your life and spend more time with your family and go on vacation and, do all those good things that we talked about earlier. But ultimately, the product that you make isn't about you. It's about your customer, because products are solutions to problems, okay? You don't want to be making a product just because you want to make it. You want to make a product that's actually going to help your customer solve a problem in their life. Once you identify your customer and their problem, you can identify a solution, turn it into a product to sell. If the problem is painful enough, your customers will pay to remove that problem from their life. No matter how big your audience is, it just doesn't matter. That's why Pinterest Unpuzzled sold so well, even over $1,000 within 48 hours, okay? It solved a problem that my audience hated. They hated having no traffic. It caused them to feel like so much of a failure and embarrassed that no one was seeing their work. So they were willing to pay for a course to help them beef up their Pinterest account so they could start to solve that problem. Now, somebody mentioned this in the chat earlier, quality over quantity for everything except page views. I would say, actually, it's quality over quantity for everything, including page views. For me, if I'm choosing between A or B, which one do I want? Do I want all the people, or do I want a small audience of targeted people? I'm always going to choose B. And I would love to hear from you guys in the chat. Do you agree with me? Like, I am always going to choose the smaller group of people that are refined and targeted. Quality over quantity for everything in your business. Always. Because honestly, if you have tons of page views, but only some of them are targeted, it's not going to do anything for you, because only the targeted page views will actually take action on buying your products down the line. You don't need tons of people on your list, because here's why: no one on your email list even knows how many people are on your email list. I always think it's so funny. People are like, I can't email my list. There's only 10 people on it. And I'm like, those 10 people have no idea that there's only 10 other people on the list. Treat that list like there are thousands of people on it, and they'll feel like they're on a list of thousands of people. And you know what? They really don't care. They really, really don't care, because as long as you are solving a problem for your target customer, as long as you offer them a solution to their problem, they are going to buy regardless of how many people are or aren't on your email list. I want you guys to repeat after me. My customers will buy if I give them a solution to their problem. I want you guys to quote unquote repeat after me by typing that into the chat. My customers will buy if I give them a solution to their problem. My customers will buy if I give them a solution to their problem. Go to the chat and write that down. If you need to, write it down 10, 20 times so that you really, really internalize this idea. Stop getting stuck in the limiting belief that your audience isn't big enough and branch out to realize my customers will buy if I give them a solution to their problem, no matter how big my email list is. Again, my customers will buy if I give them a solution to their problem. Go ahead to the chat, write that in there so I know that you are internalizing this message. It is so, so, so important. So a few takeaways before we move on to the next section. Yes, you need an email list, but to make money off your list, you don't need a ton of people. What you do need is to have a good relationship with your people. You need to provide value to your people. And most importantly, you need to have a product that solves a real life problem that your people are experiencing. Quality over quantity, if I had to sum all that up. Okay, part 2. Other people's stories. I'm going to share a few different people who are in very, very different niches, okay? This is my friend Liz Wilcox. Some of you guys may know her. Liz created an ebook for our viewers. It was essentially a collection of other people's stories. So these weren't even her own stories. She compiled a bunch of other people's stories. She created this ebook in Canva and she sold it anywhere between $5 to $20. The price kind of fluctuated. Now, Liz, you guys had no experience and no audience. She had less than 300 people on her list. And even with less than 300 people on her list, she managed to pre-sell 8 copies of her ebook. So before her book was even written or published, she sold 8 copies. So imagine that, selling a product that doesn't even exist. Obviously, that's something that people want. She did a really good job of building up buzz before and during her launch. And then throughout the course of her launch, she successfully doubled her sales, tripled her sales, and then eventually she got so much buzz that she was able to team up with an international RV company that helped her sell her product, okay? So this really, really skyrocketed for her. Like, she did not know what this was going to be, and it turned into something massive, and it was, again, a tiny little silly ebook that she made in Canva. It was a compilation of other people's stories that she bundled up and sold, and it honestly changed her life in a lot of ways. And here's the kind of like a fast forward of what happened. Liz actually more recently launched an online course for just $97 and she made over $13,000. And this is directly from Liz. It all started with a silly little ebook that generated several $1,000s worth of sales, and it's still selling today. So that little ebook didn't make her rich, but it gave her the momentum to create more, and eventually she made over $13,000 from a $97 course. Okay? It worked for my friend Emily too. Emily also had less than 300 people on her email list for her very first launch. Her system was convert her traffic to her email list with a freebie, send in emails to convert those new subscribers into buyers, and repeat. So if you want to see that system outlined, get people to sign up for your freebie, convert those people to buyers, repeat. She did that over and over and over again, and she actually sells templates, 2 to 3 copies of her templates every single day using this strategy, and it's completely automated. She does not work inside of her business every day. It's totally automated. Kendra Tarr earns $200 to $300 per month. She sells digital downloads. So one is a self-confidence workbook and one is a bundle called the Thrive Guide. And the self-confidence workbook is very, very inexpensive, around $7, and Thrive Guide is a little bit more expensive for $59, and she earns $200 to $300 a month with these digital downloads, okay? So imagine that. Maybe it's not a lot of money, but it's a little bit of money that happens every single month. Like, that might make a huge difference for a lot of you in your personal life, and I'm willing to bet that it does. Kimberly Elliott earns $1,500 a month from printables. She sells party printables. You guys, her printables are priced between $1 and $5. So if you're thinking you don't want to make a massive course, you want to sell printables, or you want to take things to Etsy or Creative Market, things like that, you can still make a lot of money from them. You know, there's a lot of really great strategies that you can implement to make money from them, and Kimberly is a great example. $1,500 a month from printables, that's nothing to laugh at, right? Like, that's a huge amount of money. It's a life-changing amount of money for a lot of people. Emily, I worked with as well. Emily sold an ebook before she wrote it, meaning she pre-sold it, didn't exist yet. She had an email list of less than 260 people. It's a very, very tiny email list. She decided to sell her ebook by slowly increasing the price day by day to incentivize her audience to buy early. Her email list was very small, but she managed to sell to over 10% of her audience. She generated over $1,000 even before the ebook was written and published, and I'll talk a little bit more about Emily later as well. So hopefully you guys, with all of these different people, you can see, and this is a different Emily than the one earlier, by the way, you can see in lots of different niches and lots of different spaces, people are using digital products, and they're not even all online courses, to make regular recurring income in their business, okay? How are they doing that though? Now this is where the really interactive workshop session comes into play. Here is a plug and play formula for you guys. You need a sales funnel. A sales funnel is going to help you get qualified traffic to your site and to your email list. Once you do that, you nurture them with value. You build a relationship with them so that they get to know you, like you, and trust you. And then you introduce them to a solution that's going to solve their problem, i.e. your product. Now, if you are thinking sales funnel and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this makes me freak out, I'm overwhelmed by sales funnels, please don't be. We're going to break it down, okay? Essentially, how it works is this. You create strategic promo, okay? So things that you're doing on the web, social media, all that good stuff. Drive that traffic over to your quality blog content. You get the people onto your email with a relevant lead magnet. You nurture them with relevant emails, and eventually you pitch and sell them. Now, obviously, not everybody who lands on your website is going to buy your product. That's why at the end of the funnel, there are fewer people than at the beginning, at the top of the funnel, okay? That's what a funnel is. You're weeding out people that are never going to buy from you, and you're nurturing the people that are. Now, here's where most people go wrong with their funnels. A lot of people spend all their time trying to get people over to their blog. They create lots and lots of blog content, lots of social media content, and then they also have a product, and they really, really push that product to everybody, but they don't develop a system to get people from the blog over to buy the product. So there's no way that any of the traffic that they're getting to their website will ever know them, like them, or trust them enough to actually buy. And what happens with this? Nobody comes out the end of the funnel because there's no way for them to get there, okay? And that's what I do not want for you. This is what you need to do to make sure that this doesn't happen and this does, okay? What you need to do is you need to brainstorm your funnel. That means that you have a total map of what your business is going to look like. And then you create a freebie, and then you write nurturing emails, and then you pitch and sell to your list. Now, we're going to break all of this down. So if you're thinking, well, what do I even do to brainstorm my funnel? Don't worry. We're going to brainstorm your funnel right now, okay? All right, so step one, brainstorming your funnel. Start with the end in mind. What product can you make that's going to solve your customer's problem? So I'm going to give you an example. Your customer is worried that her cleaning products aren't safe for a baby. She had a baby, let's say, 8 months ago. Her baby is starting to move around and crawl on the ground, and she's worried that the cleaning products that she's using are dangerous for her child. Now, your product is a DIY all-natural cleaning product recipe book. So it's going to be baby safe, and it's going to help the mom feel guilt-free, okay? That is a product that's going to solve the customer's pain point, the pain of feeling guilty and worried that her baby is ingesting dangerous chemicals, okay? Step two, ask yourself, what freebie can you make? What free thing can you make that is going to appeal to your target customer and help to start to solve, not completely solve, start to solve the pain point or problem? It should offer a quick win. Now, for this product example, you could offer an ebook or checklist that helps to identify toxins in your cleaning products that could potentially be dangerous for your baby. So let's say you're targeting moms who are worried about dangerous cleaning products for their babies. Give them a list of the toxins in a checklist format for free so they can go into their cleaning cabinet and check to see if they're using dangerous products. And chances are they probably are, in which case they're going to be primed to buy your DIY product cleaning recipe book, whatever that was called. The next thing, what content can you create to build buzz to your site? Now, obviously we want traffic, right? We want quality traffic, but we do want that traffic. So what content can you create for free? Blogs, podcasts, YouTube videos, social media posts that's going to attract your ideal customer to your site. An example, here's a blog post. 5 signs your cleaning products are dangerous for your baby. Maybe your baby's developing a rash. Maybe your baby's getting headaches. Maybe your baby's avoiding certain areas of the floor, things like that. How to identify skin rashes caused by toxic cleaning products. A social post could be, did you know your cleaning products could kill? Things like that, okay? Things that are going to get people to click over to your website so that you can get them on your email list and then nurture them. Now, here's a very visual example of how this is all going to work. If you want to see it in a little bit of a different format, okay? So again, you magnetize your traffic over to your site with blog content, social media content, search engine optimization. Now they're reading your blog and they see your free lead magnet, wondering to themselves, I wonder if I have cleaning products that have toxins. So they put in their email and download that list so that they can go see if their cleaning products are safe or not. Now they're on your email list. From your email list, you can send them a Tripwire offer, which is a really low-cost product, or you can immediately sell them your core product offer, which is that ebook, a DIY recipe book, so that they can start to make their own all-natural cleaning products that are safe for baby. There are lots of other ways that you could do this. From your lead magnet, you can go right to the Tripwire. From your lead magnet, you can go right to your core product, depending on how expensive your product is. You can downsell, you can upsell, but this is how it all looks. Okay, so if you guys would like to, you can screenshot this slide so that you can keep this visual representation for later. And just to really hit the nail on its head, make sure you totally understand how this is going to work. You're magnetizing qualified traffic over to your site. You're getting your traffic onto your email list with a lead magnet that relates to your end product. You're building a relationship and nurturing your new subscribers via email so that when you pitch and launch your offer, they know you, like you, and trust you, and they are totally primed and ready to buy your product, and they know it's actually going to help solve the problem that they have and they're experiencing. I want you guys to imagine this scenario. You create a really great product that solves a real problem that your customer has. Then you create a lead magnet to attract them to your email list. So your target customer, they come to your site, they read your blog, they sign up for your freebie, now they're on your email list. She reads the automatic emails that you've written, and she starts to really love you. Once you create the product and launch it, let's say it's priced at $29, for example, she realizes, wow, I need this. And guess what? She buys it because she knows you, she likes you, she trusts you. She knows that you're going to deliver her great content. She buys it. You just made $29. Now you have a successful sales funnel. You are officially ready to make sales while you sleep, as I like to say, because those are the best sales while you're not actually working. Now, if you sell that product 10 times, you earned $290. Sell it 20 times, you've earned $580. Now imagine your product is more than $29. Imagine it's $69. Sell it 10 times, that's $690. Sell that product 20 times, that's $1,380. It just keeps snowballing. Do you see how selling digital products can totally change your financial life and essentially every other aspect of your life as well? Because as we all know, money affects lots of other facets of our life. It's incredibly powerful. Now let me ask you this. What if tomorrow you woke up and you realized that your business was generating an extra $1,000 per month from digital products? What does that mean for you? What does that $1,000 a month, that means every single month you're generating $1,000, what does that mean for you? I want you to go to the chat and let me know what is going to change for you in your life if tomorrow you woke up and you are generating $1,000 a month. What's going to change? I want to hear from lots of you guys in the chat to let me know what it's going to change for you. Would you be able to pay off your mortgage? Would you be able to quit your job or your part-time job? Would you be able to contribute more to your student loan debt? Would you feel more financially secure, flexible, and free? I'll tell you, if in 2016 I suddenly woke up and I was making $1,000 per month from digital products, well, first of all, I would just like cry tears of joy because $1,000 a month, that is a foundation for success. That means I can turn that 1,000 into 2,000 to 3,000. I would probably reinvest a lot of it into my business, but I would know that I have a future for my business, and I would feel secure in knowing that I don't have to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. I would throw some of that at my student loans. I would like get a car. I don't know. I would do so many things. I see lots of people are saying pay off mortgage, buy a new car without a car loan. Yes, that's amazing. I'm going to be buying my next car totally in cash, 100% up front. Send my daughter to art school. Amazing. Amazing. I'll get married after 5 months. Love that. Save up for our dream home. There are so many things that you could do with an extra $5,000 per month, or sorry, $1,000 per month. You can save for retirement. I love that. Feel more financially secure and have that freedom. I love that. Honestly, I love that the most because you don't need to be rich, but you want to feel free, right? Like freedom it's priceless. Not to be all cliche, but freedom really, really is priceless. If you have the freedom to do what you want with your day, you now have the freedom to choose who you want to spend your days with and how you spend your time, where you're living. Like it just trickles into every other aspect of your life. Now, what if I told you that I had something that could help you get there faster? I'm not saying it's going to be something that's going to be easy. I told you right from the beginning, nothing is easy online, and anyone who tells you that something's going to be easy is just lying to you. But I have something that could help get you there faster. I developed this system, and it helped me get to my first 5-figure month. Okay, 5-figure month. It starts with this. You identify your entire sales plan. We talked about that earlier. You need to figure out your sales funnel first. So you figure out your business plan and your sales funnel. Then you create that lead magnet. And then you work on nurturing your leads and growing your list. From there, you work on creating the product and developing it. And then you launch it to your list of people who know you, like you, and trust you, and now they're ready to buy. I've used this system to build the foundation of my business that's generated 5-figure months, okay? It has totally changed my life. I do not work for anyone else. I work when I want, where I want, and you know what? As somebody who is starting her family, I'm married and growing my family now, and it's just, I don't have to worry about maternity leave. I don't have to worry about anything like that because I am my own boss and I get to choose stuff because I built this foundation on digital products that's helped me generate 5-figure months. But it started with that teeny tiny little course that I sold for $19 that generated that first $500, and it snowballed from there, okay? So I'm really excited to introduce you guys to Rebel Boss University, and some of you guys may have heard of Rebel Boss University before from other members, or maybe it's something that you've put on your list for something that you want to join and be a part of. Rebel Boss University is a one-of-a-kind membership platform that contains a 90-day profit roadmap. So there's a 90-day system for you to follow every single day, every single week that tells you what you need to do so that in the next 90 days, you create and launch your product. No matter how big your audience is, I don't care because we already established that doesn't matter. It tells you everything you need to do to create and launch a digital product in the next 90 days. In addition to that, you get bi-weekly mastermind meetings in a group. You get access to our private members community. You get access to weekly Q&A sessions. You get access to a whole bunch of stuff, okay, that's going to help you and support you on your 90-day journey. Now, this is a one-of-a-kind membership community that's going to help you finally get your product out there and into the world. It is not a random blogging course. It's actually not even about blogging at all. So if you're thinking it's specifically blogging, it's really not. It's about creating and selling a digital product. So it's either you create your digital product from scratch, or you take whatever digital product you already have and refine the strategy around selling it so you can sell more. Because I know there are probably some of you listening who have digital products that are not selling. And that is very, very frustrating. We talked about how frustrating that is earlier. And so that's another way that Rebel Boss University can help you ensure that you're doing everything you need to do to make sure it sells the next time you launch it. Now, here's what's included in Rebel Boss University. That profit roadmap. So that's how you create and launch in 90 days. It's basically video content and worksheets and things like that that's going to tell you step by step what you need to do, so you're never wondering, you're never thinking, am I spending time on the right things? You know exactly what you need to do day in and day out to get your product created and launched in the next 90 days. The value for that is $1,999. You also unlock access to the promo library, which is a series of courses and resources that's going to help you grow your traffic in your email list. Now, like we said earlier, it doesn't matter if you have a small audience, it just matters that you have a targeted audience. So the promo library helps you grow that targeted audience of people so that when you're ready to launch, you're not launching to an empty room. You're launching to people that already know you, like you, and trust you and are ready to buy. You also get access to the weekly support. So we have question and answer coaching calls every single week in Zoom where you get to hop on a call with me and you get to ask me whatever questions you have, let me know what you're struggling with, ask for feedback. So this is going to help you really feel like you have that one-on-one support so that you can take action faster and not get stuck anywhere in the process. You're also going to get access to templates because templates make your life so much easier, so why not? Pre-written emails, sales page format, graphic templates, all that good stuff. And every other week we have a mastermind session as well. So you hop into the group setting in Zoom. It's all virtual, so it doesn't matter where in the world you are. And you get to hang out with us and you get to, whatever topic we're talking about, you get to participate in that topic and let us know what you're struggling with. And you also get to piggyback off of other people's ideas. It's frustrating to do all of this alone. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes into creating and selling a digital product. Why do it alone when you can do it together? And so the mastermind is a really great way for you to network with other people in the membership, learn what they're doing, what's working for them, what they're struggling with, and help each other along the way. Now, if all of this did for you was give you the kick in the bum and support you need to finally get moving, would it be worth it? I want you to go to the chat and let me know if all this did, like if the only thing Rebel Boss University did for you was finally get you moving and grooving in the right direction to get your product out there, would it be worth it? Yeah, it would be worth it. Some of you guys are probably stuck in the mud right now. Some of you guys are probably feeling really, really frustrated. Your product isn't selling, or you don't have a product and you're not making any money and you feel stuck in your life. Well, if you finally got the kick in the bum you need to get moving, 100% that's worth it. No question. If all of it did for you was help you create a digital product that you could sell every month in your business, would that be worth it to you? No brainer. That is definitely worth it because we established earlier, one digital product can be monumental in your business. My friend Liz, she sold that teeny tiny ebook and later on it inspired her to create a course that generated $13,000. I created a teeny tiny course and that turned into my first 500, my first 1,000, my first 1,500. That's totally changed my life and helped me get to 5-figure months. No doubt, if all it did for you was help you create that digital product that you could sell every month, it's worth it. If all it did for you was help you develop a system to generate 10 sales on autopilot every month, would that be worth it for you? 10 sales on autopilot every month. Okay, so in order to answer that, let's take a look at what 10 sales is. Now imagine for a second you sold a $197 product. 10 sales is $1,970. 15 sales is just shy of $3,000. Even 5 sales is just shy of $1,000. So essentially, you'd have Rebel Boss University paid off in just over 1 month, and you'd still be making money after that because, again, you've established autopilot sales. Now, some of you are thinking, I'm not going to sell a $197 product. I'm selling something less expensive. Well, that's okay. You can still generate significant income from a lower price product. 5 sales generates over $200. 10 sales generates just shy of $500. 15 sales generates over $700. So you can still make legitimate income from a low priced product as well. Now here's the thing, a digital product is an asset. All you need to do is create it once and it's going to sell over and over and over and over and over again. That's why it is so worthwhile. That little snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? Now, even though Rebel Boss University is worth several $1,000s, there's no question, we've already established that, you can join it today for much less. Now, the total value is over $3,000. Totally justified price. You know, I definitely could sell it for that if I wanted to, but my goal is to make something accessible for you so you can join right now, literally right now, for just $79 per month. Like truly, you're going to scroll down the page, you'll see a Join Now button, and that Join Now button is going to take you to a page where you can enroll in Rebel Boss University and get access to all of this stuff for just $79. Like today, all you would pay, $79. Truly, I'm not kidding. This is no joke. I know it probably seems a little bit crazy. My mentors have told me that I'm not charging enough. I've been told that before. You've probably been told that before too. It is insanely priced. Like, that's all I can say. It is insanely priced for the value that I will be giving you. But I really am passionate about spreading the power of digital products to as many people. Like, that is what brings me joy, is helping people like you get that freedom and financial flexibility that I have experienced. I'm an educator by nature. Like, in a past life, I'm actually certified to be a teacher. I love teaching and I love helping people achieve their goals. I wanted to create something that you could afford and actually use it to help propel you in your personal life and in your business. Now, I know you're wondering, there's absolutely no monthly commitment. You can cancel at any time. So let's say you join and you don't like it. I don't think that'll ever happen, but let's say that happens. You don't have to, like, there's no strings attached. Like, you can just cancel your account. That's totally fine. You'll also have price lock for life. Now, in the past, Rebel Boss University has increased in price. If you join at $79 a month, you lock in your rate forever. So even in the future, when Rebel Boss University increases in price, because I do add more stuff to it really regularly, you'll never ever pay more. You're always going to have that $79 a month price. Okay? Truly, you can enroll today for just $79 and you're going to unlock the entire dashboard right now. So you're going to have access to the entire system that I use to generate digital products that bring in over 5-figure per month. I see people saying, definitely worth it. Yeah, 100% definitely worth it. Now, here's my friend Alia. She made over $800 in the first 60 days after launching her blog as a member of Rebel Boss University. You guys, she did this while working a full-time job. So if you're thinking, I'm busy, I don't have time, how much is this going to take me? I have a full-time job, I have kids, I have obligations. She only put in works at nights and during the weekends, and within 60 days, she made her first $800. So she is proof that time is no limiting factor. If you work on the right things, you can make it happen. Now, this is my friend Emily, who's also a member of Rebel Boss University. This is some glimpses of what she posted in our members-only Facebook group when she was launching. This was recent. This was in June. And she she made over $500, and she made over $1,000. So she pre-sold her ebook to her very, very small audience. She had less than 260 people. You guys, she also has 5 young kids. 5. You heard that right. 5 young kids. And at the same time of her launch, get this, the water in her house actually stopped functioning. So she was like telling me, Eden, I haven't showered. I'm totally dirty. My kids are dirty. We smell. But like, I'm still making sure to send these launch emails, and I made over $1,000. Pure chaos. She still made it happen, and she actually had over 10% conversion rate. And industry standard is honestly, it's between 1 to 7%. So she was 3% higher than the industry standard conversion rate, which means she did an amazing, amazing job. Like, she only had less than 260 people. So if she starts to add even more people to her list, the opportunities for her are totally limitless. Now here, I showed you guys this earlier. This is what the 90-day roadmap looks like. This is the system that you'll be following when you join Rebel Boss University. Each of these pit stops is a series of courses, okay? So if you were to click on pit stop 1, you would watch all of the little videos in pit stop 1 and do the homework assignments and the worksheets in that. Same thing with pit stop 2. And you won't be able to, well, you can access every pit stop when you want to, but I have a recommended time frame to make sure that you're on track with a 90-day roadmap, okay? And the value for that is just about $2,000, okay? So if I were to sell it separately, $2,000. I know you're probably wondering, how can I afford it? I want you to ask yourself, what am I spending money on that's not giving me a financial return? I'm going to give you guys some examples. Did you buy pizza recently? Has anyone bought pizza dinner for their families recently? I know I have. Have you had a cup of cappuccino or something, a latte, anything from Starbucks lately? Have you gone shopping for clothes lately? Have you had a glass of wine? All of this stuff, it gives you instant gratification, right? But it doesn't do anything for you after you initially buy it. It's not helping you grow. It's not giving you a financial return. The pizza tastes good, but when it's gone, it's gone. It's not doing anything for you after that. Same thing with the coffee. It might give you some energy for a few hours. It's not doing anything for you beyond that. That sweater that you just bought, it's not going to do anything for you, okay? So all you need to do is figure out, where am I spending income in my life that's not helping me grow, and then take that money and invest it in something like Rebel Boss University that is helping you grow, okay? And that will honestly probably open up a lot of income for you. And I'm not asking you to spend all of it on Rebel Boss University, but maybe invest some of it into your business, okay? Reinvest your disposable income, the income that you spend on the pizza and the wine and the coffee and the clothes, into something that's going to help you grow your business. It's just $2.60 per day, and it has the potential to unlock enormous opportunity for you, okay? $2.60. Like, think about, some of you guys probably spend more than that on a cup of coffee every single day. All right, so this is Kristen. She was a busy mom to 3 really young kids, and she decided she wanted to make money with a digital product. She actually joined Rebel Boss University with money that she received from family for her birthday, and she invested it into Rebel Boss University so that she could have the support and framework she needed to create that product. She always thought her audience was too small, just like a lot of you guys. What she didn't realize was that her audience would grow by several hundred people during her launch, and that's something a lot of people don't realize is, maybe your audience is small now, but the very act of launching is probably going to grow your audience. And we talk about that in Rebel Boss University. She earned her first $150 online from a $9 product during her first ever launch. Now, Kristen is actually setting up actively her product to be evergreen, meaning she's making money on autopilot every single month from that low-cost product. And she's earned back her investment in Rebel Boss University. So I just wanted to give Kristen her story as an example so you can see a $9 product, not a lot of money. She made $150 from it just right off the bat. She earned back her initial investment in Rebel Boss University. And, you know, it's helped her develop that system for the future so that she could continue to sell this product on autopilot. Now, you get all of Rebel Boss University, like I said earlier, for just $79 per month. So you can go click that Join Now button, and you literally only have to pay $79 to access all of it. Okay, so earlier you guys voted on which action taker bonus you wanted. You had 2 options, A or B. I have a surprise for you guys. You're actually going to get both. So if you enroll before the timer on this page runs out, okay? So there's a timer at the bottom of this page. If you haven't seen it yet, you can scroll down to see it. When that timer hits 0, this goes away, okay? But if you enroll before the timer hits 0, you are going to get access to the personalized product sales page review and the personalized product launch plan review, okay? So the first one, send me your sales page. I'm going to send you personalized video review with constructive feedback and guidance on what to change. Your sales page is like an instrumental tool in selling your product. It is the very thing that communicates the value of your product, communicates how it's going to be transformational for your customer. So it's really, really important that it's powerful and successful. So before you launch, send me your sales page. I'm going to review it for you, okay? Same thing with the launch plan. Map out your launch plan with me. Send me your plan, and I'm going to send you my suggestions and revisions. You'll go into launch week feeling confident and ready to go that it was the right plan. You guys, if you join before the timer runs out, you are going to get both of these things. These go away when the timer runs out. If you enroll after the timer, you're still going to get all the value of Rebel Boss University, but you're not going to get these action taker bonuses. Here are some more action taker bonuses because I love sweetening the deal and I want you guys to see how valuable this is going to be for you. I want this to be like, no question, this is insanely valuable. You would pay thousands of dollars elsewhere for this. So back in February, we had the Rebel Boss Summit. Some of you guys may have joined for the Rebel Boss Summit in July, but we also had one in February. If you join now, you're going to get access to all of the February Rebel Boss Summit videos. They're waiting for you right now on your dashboard when you join before the timer runs out. You're also going to get access to the Mockup Creator Kit. So a mockup is like exactly what this thing looks like here, that picture with the computer screens and the iPad and this stuff that visually shows what your digital product is. The Custom Mockup Creator Kit is going to help your products pop visually on your sales page. It's going to show your products really well in your emails and on all of your graphics, and it's just going to help set you apart and help you stand out. This was created by Basil and Bark, and it's available to you if you enroll before the timer runs out, okay? You're also going to get a 20-minute welcome strategy call with me. You and me, we're going to go on Zoom, 20 minutes, we're going to strategize your business. Think how far you can go with just that. Like, even if all the other bonuses didn't exist, you and me hammering it out on Zoom for 20 minutes, there's a lot we can do in that amount of time, okay? You're also going to get access to this stuff. You guys, the bonuses just keep coming. You're going to get some free stock photos. You're going to unlock access to a full time management and productivity course to help you stay on track. You're going to get spreadsheet templates, a budgeting, product launch planner, influencer marketing, guest post pitch tracker spreadsheet. And if you guys are still interested in affiliate marketing, you're going to get access to the Beast Affiliate Marketing BAM full course. Okay? All these bonuses. It's over $2,000 of bonuses. You have to enroll before the timer runs out to unlock them. Okay, make sure you enroll before the timer runs out. This is Julie. Julie says that I lay it out super clearly and sequentially that she's been able to use the program to create her digital product. She had less than 20 people on her email list, and she says you can start here. Julie is a single mom, and she's a charter school principal, and she started Rebel Boss University with nothing and is now getting ready to launch her product. Lori says before joining the Rebel Boss University, she was intimidated by product creation. There was a lot she didn't know, and she didn't know where to begin. She said that Rebel Boss University has been amazing and more than she expected. The pit stops worked her through every step of product creation with instructional videos and a detailed workbook. And Lori, actually, to update this, Lori has since launched her product and she's made a few $100s as well. So Lori has also been a success story for Rebel Boss University. All right, so here's what you're going to get, all the stuff mapped out for you guys. That profit roadmap, the step-by-step, every single step of the way, what you do, you're going to get that for, you're going to get that included in Rebel Boss University for just $79. The value for that alone, you guys, is almost $2,000. The promo library is a series of courses to help you grow your traffic and email list. The value for that is about $500. You're going to get weekly support calls where you can chat personally with me. The value for that is $400. You're going to get templates, pre-written emails and sales page templates and graphic templates. The value for those templates, $300. And then every other week we have a mastermind session. Join us in Zoom. The value for that is $500, plus all of our fast action bonuses are over $2,000. The total value of Rebel Boss University is just shy of $6,000. Just shy of $6,000, and you're going to get to join it now for $79. It's honestly crazy, but again, I want to make it affordable for you guys. You have a few different options for how you want to invest. If you want to just pay $79, that's fine, or you can save a few bucks doing $197 per quarter, or if you want to get 4 months free, you can join for $599. Okay, Ebeth says that she spent money hand over fist in the past to take courses that were either too elementary or too advanced, and then she joined Rebel Boss University. Now, at this point in the workshop, there are usually whoever's still left on, you're either one of two people. You're either person one, person who's scared to take action. Maybe you're timid or shy. You're really, really scared of taking risks. Like, you don't want to take risks. You want to know that what you're doing is going to lead to success. You lack confidence in yourself and especially in your business, and you're filled with fear and limiting beliefs. You're unsure that you have what it takes. And then there's the other kind of person. There's the go-getter, the action taker. They're ready to go, committed to making it happen. You don't just want it, you are going to get it. It's not an if, it's a matter of when. You know you're going to be successful. You just might not know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. If you are person two, Rebel Boss University is your place to be. We are filled with go-getters, action takers, ready to commit people who are hungry for success. That's where you're going to thrive. Being with other people just like you, like-minded, similar goals, hungry to make it happen. And if you're person one, you're scared to take action, you're timid, you're shy, listen, I've been there. I totally get what that's like. We have people who joined Rebel Boss University who said to themselves, I'm person one, I want to be person two. I'm ready to be a go-getter. I'm ready to be an action taker. I'm ready to make it happen. I want to be hungry for success. I want to have more confidence in myself and in my business. I want to be able to make this happen. The only difference between person one and person two is person two has decided to make it happen. If you're person one, you can be person two by joining Rebel Boss University, and we would welcome you with open arms if you do. Why do it alone when we can do it together? The first thing that people tell me when they get on their welcome call with me is, I just was tired of trying to figure it all out by myself. You know, I was just Googling stuff and trying to string things together from what I read from blog 1 and then blog 2 and then blog 3, and everything is conflicting and it doesn't all make sense. And I'm just stressed because, like, I'm alone. Why are you alone? There's no reason for you to be alone. There are communities out there that bind together to help you be better and be successful. And that's what Rebel Boss University is. We are a community of people who want to lift each other up and be successful. Because let's be real, this journey is a roller coaster. It is scary. If you've been at this for even like a few months, you know that at any one moment you can be feeling high, full of life, I'm excited, things are working, it's great. And then the next second you're like, I messed up, this sucks, this is hard. Until you go up to that high again of feeling good about yourself. Don't go on that roller coaster ride alone. You don't want to go on that roller coaster ride alone. You want to go through that experience with other people who are going to lift you up when you're feeling down. And that's what you get in Rebel Boss University. Just a glimpse of what it looks like. You know, if you're interested, you don't have to participate in our group calls, but we have group calls, and when we have them, we have a really good time with each other. We become friends with each other. We become invested in each other's success. You know, it's like, you meet people in person and you establish relationships with them. In this group online, it's as if I know these people, as if I've seen them in person, as if I'm really friends with them. And that's a really powerful feeling to have, especially when it comes to, you can really quit your business tomorrow if you wanted to. But what are you going to do to stop yourself from quitting your business? You show up to one of our calls, and it's going to change things for you. Tony Robbins says, a real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there's no new action, you haven't truly decided. Okay, so if you're thinking to yourself, I want to be successful, I want to make money with digital products, I want to make my first $500 online, well, that's great, but you haven't actually decided that you want to do that if you've taken zero action to make it happen. And the first action step that you can take to make that happen is by joining Rebel Boss University. Christine joined Rebel Boss University a few months ago and says it's been a great investment. She was able to launch her online workshop in February with confidence to 12 new customers. She made over $200 from that, okay? She was able to learn new strategies to engage with her people, and she got personalized feedback on her sales page by being a part of the program, and she felt really confident because of what she learned in Rebel Boss University. She says, if you're looking for a great resource to launch and sell your digital product, I highly recommend it. And Jen says that she's been a part of other memberships before, but she says, in RBU, I feel like the money I'm spending each month is completely worthwhile because I get to hear from you. I leave our conversations and feel more energized and wanting to do things. I just wanted to tell you that. I actually took this as a direct quote from something that she said to me on one of our calls, and I was like, can I write that down? I love it. And I loved it because it highlights that I really am a part of the membership. This is not one of those programs that, like, you buy a program and you never hear from the person again. No, like, I'm very, very involved. I'm 100% invested. I'm going to be the one on the calls. You're going to see me all the time. All right, so let me ask you this. Are you ready to finally get that product created and in the world? I hope so. Are you ready to take back control of your day, your time, your business? Are you ready to join a group of passionate product creators who push each other, support each other, and challenge one another to be better? If yes, scroll down and click that Join Now button, especially before the timer runs out, so you can get all of those amazing bonuses. And again, everything in Rebel Boss University is valued at just shy of $6,000, and you can get it right now for less than $100. Right now, you can get it for just $79. All of that stuff is going to be unlocked, and you get to start on your journey to creating and launching your digital product that could potentially change your life. Okay? All right, so we are at the end, and now it's time for a Q&A and a tour of Rebel Boss University. I'm going to answer some questions that went through the chat box while I was talking, but while I'm doing that, if you guys want to see behind the scenes of Rebel Boss University, meaning you want to see what Rebel Boss University looks like as a member, please go to the chat box and say you want the tour so that I know that I'm going to do that and people are actually going to be interested in watching, okay? So please go ahead to the chat and let me know if you want the tour. And while you're doing that, I'm going to make sure that I answered any question. Okay, so some people were talking about Facebook. Let me see what the conversation went on about Facebook. Okay, I don't use Facebook at all. Can I still get the full value of Rebel Boss University without that part of things? Thank you, Kathy, for asking that question. Absolutely. So our members community is in Facebook, but the content of Rebel Boss University is not. So all of our member calls, all of our mastermind calls, all of the actual content of the membership, the profit roadmap, the templates, like all that stuff is not on Facebook. Facebook is like, okay, people want to go and ask a question, they can go to Facebook if they want to, but you can also just email me. You'll also, as a member, you're going to get an email every single week at the start of the week, either on Sunday or Monday. And it's going to give you an update on what's going on in the membership and what events are coming up and how to access the Q&A calls and how to access the mastermind calls. Even the calendar isn't on Facebook. So Facebook's like there for us to chat if we want to, but it's not where the majority of the stuff is. So you can get 98% of the value without being on Facebook. Some other people said that they also don't use Facebook as well. Okay, cool. No, some other people saying they don't use Facebook either. Awesome. Okay, so I see we have some people saying they want the tour. I'm going to turn it over to our tour. Okay, now I will say that I'm logged in as me, so on your account, it's going to say welcome back, whatever your name is. I'm also logged into my WordPress account, so you'll see that bar at the top of the page. So when you log in, actually, I'll go here. So when you log in, it's going to look like this. Some of you guys who purchased the Rebel Boss Summit All Access Pass have seen this before, and you probably already have an account, actually, but you probably don't have access to Rebel Boss University if you're not a member yet. So you're going to see this page first when you log in, and then instead of clicking here, you're going to click Access Rebel Boss University. It's going to take you to the member dashboard. Right off the bat, you can start here with the Profit Roadmap calendar. Access the calendar. You fill in your own dates. So if you wanted to start September 1st with your 90-day calendar, you would fill in the dates for September 1st and so on, okay? You're going to have access to all of these pit stops, okay? Everything is unlocked, so if you wanted to jump around, you could. I highly recommend you go in order, but everything is unlocked. It's not like you need to do this in order to unlock this, okay? You also have access to the virtual events and get-togethers. So all of our virtual events and get-togethers are hosted in Zoom live, okay? However, the recordings for them are all loaded here. So you would click, if you missed a mastermind session, you wanted to watch the recording, you would click here, access the mastermind session that you missed. If you missed a monthly workshop, you would click here to access the monthly workshop, okay? Any bonuses that you guys are going to get as, you know, people who joined before the timer runs out are all going to be here, unlocked for you. And so, yeah, so that's the general dashboard. You can access any pit stop really easily here from your menu. You can access a members directory as well. You can access the calendar, so you'll be able to see when we have our Q&As, when we have our masterminds, everything's on the calendar. If you want to join the Facebook community, that's here as well. Account information. Now, the promo library is super cool because the promo library has access to lots of other courses. Okay, so remember, the promo library is going to help you grow that targeted qualified traffic to get over to your website. You know, obviously you don't want to do this right from the beginning. That's why the promo library is only recommended for you to start after you've done pit stop 1 and 2. But once you're ready for the promo library, you're going to get to learn how to do things that are going to help bring qualified traffic, how to host a webinar, how to guest post, leverage SEO, nurture a Facebook group. So lots of different strategies that are, some of these are full courses and some of these are little workshops that are going to help you get the skills that you need and implement those skills so that you can bring more qualified traffic over to your website, okay? I'll show you quickly what some of the pit stops look like so that you're familiar with them. Every pit stop's going to have a welcome video, and the welcome video is just going to give you a rundown on what we're going to be covering in this pit stop, and then you work your way through the different lessons, okay? Once you're done, you ask yourself, am I ready for the next pit stop? If you can answer all the questions with yes, you go, okay, I'm ready. And then you're going to go to the next pit stop. Okay, same thing, watch a video, and then there's going to be lots of other things here. Now, there are some tools mentioned here. I will say that I'm not somebody who's going to force any tools down your throat. This program is not dependent on any tools. So I'm not going to say you need to use ClickFunnels. I'm not going to say you need to use ConvertKit. I'm not going to say you need to use MailerLite. I'm going to give you the strategy, and you can implement the strategy with any tool that's going to help you depending on what your budget is, okay? And I'll usually give you like an example, and then I'll give you a more budget-friendly example, and then I'll give you like a free example, okay? So lots of options. Some freebie templates for you guys, and then you ask yourself, am I ready for pit stop 3, okay? So that is how it works. That's what the inside the dashboard looks like. Lots of really cool stuff. I'm always adding more trainings. I'm always adding like lots of stuff. And again, every month we have a workshop. A few months ago, we had an influencer marketing workshop to help you, build relationships with other people. We had list building workshops. We have lots of monthly workshops that we do as a group. All those are stored here. And again, we have those Q&As that happen every week and the masterminds that happen every other week. So that is what Rebel Boss University looks like, the tour. Now let me go back here. Showing my face again. I'm totally losing my voice. We did run over the hour. I apologize for that, but hopefully the experience was good. Hopefully you guys learned something. I'm going to stay on for another minute or two. If you guys have any questions, anything about Rebel Boss University, go to the chat and ask me now, because this is really me live. You might as well just ask the source. So go ahead, let me know what's holding you back. If you joined, let me know too so I can celebrate you. Again, you have until the timer runs out on that page to access all of those bonuses. So I'm going to give you guys a second to ask any questions. Going to drink some water. And I also will take a minute just to say thank you for being here. I feel like so grateful to the universe that that the technology worked out, because if you guys missed my little spiel at the beginning, the technology combusted on me last minute, and I had to find something else last minute before a webinar to make sure that I could still show up and share my screen with you guys and share my face with you guys, and it worked. I'm feeling so grateful, like I'm on top of the world. I'm so excited that this worked out. Okay, Kathy, I'm so excited that you loved the workshop, and I'm really excited that you're going to be joining. If anybody has any questions about Rebel Boss U, ask me now. You obviously can email me. That's totally fine. You can email me too. I'm going to answer my emails, but we're already on chat, so why not? Stephanie just joined. Amazing. I'm so excited for you, Stephanie, and I can't wait to hang out with you. Let me know what questions you guys have. Let me know if there's any things that are holding you back. Like, if you're questioning the technology or anything like that, or if you want to know if it's for you, maybe you want to share a little bit about your personal story, please let me know that as well. Is there a light version for this offer too? That's a really great question. Right now, there is not a light version. Maybe in the future that will change. In the past, I have offered, light versions to certain people, depending, but I do not regularly offer it, and you will not be able to find it online. Good question. Awesome. Guest 7142. Thank you. I'm so excited that you were here. So if you don't have a name on the chat, I just have to call you guest. I'm so excited that you guys were here for this. Thank you, guest 7913. I'm so excited you were here too. Okay, you guys, if I don't get any other questions in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to wrap up. I want to wish you all well, whether you join Rebel Boss University or you don't. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you the best of luck on your journey. I am rooting for you. I am here for you. If there's anything I can do for you, I'm a real person. Please just let me know. It brings me so much joy to help you guys out. So please let me know if there's anything along the way that would be beneficial for you. So with that, I will say farewell. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and hopefully I'll see you guys in Rebel Boss U. If not, hopefully I'll see you on my next workshop. Bye!